Lego crew, just wanted to share with you guys a little thing I found. I'm going to try it out. These are an off-brand. It's ZURU Max Build More for Less. They were like, I think, $2 or $3 each. Pretty cheap. So they're a quasi-mystery bag. There's 8 of them in a thing. I got 4 of them. There's space, vehicles, and different sort of things. So we're going to try, see what all we got. So, I've already gotten one halfway opened. The package is pretty tough to get out. But, alrighty, super nice, solid container. The red down here is pretty rubbery. Looks like it's designed to be threaded, but it really just pops on and off. Probably could. It's harder to thread it than to just pop it on and off. Alrighty. Comes with some stickers, and it seems like they might be one of those. No, they're probably regular stickers. So let's see what we got first off. So, you can have a, looks like some sort of jet plane, a police looking vehicle, an aeroplane. So that's probably more of a jet. That's probably more of a standard airplane. I don't know the difference between a jet and an airplane, really. Race car, a space thing, fire truck, and now we have a garbage truck. So instructions look pretty basic. Gives you gives you your inventory. Includes a couple stickers. So that's what those things are down there. But they have some pretty cool custom looking pieces. I got you a couple bags. And by the way, these are great if you're just looking to build stuff. You can look in there and just see what kind of colors you got. So, green and brown, nice earthy tones. I am not a very fast Lego builder. All of my Lego friends would be embarrassed to find out how horrible I am at Legos, despite growing up with them. First off, I want to say, price has always been kind of a thing. Lego are kind of pricey, especially if you're poor and you can't afford them. But it comes with a nice little container to help you hold your stuff. These are 40 plus pieces inside, so a decent number of bricks. We are going to build this guy. So a couple cool things is they have decent color of brown variations, different color of green variations. So that alone is a good start. They feel nice. It says Max in there if you can see it, instead of Lego. So, you know, all in all, it feels pretty similar. Quality's nice. Instructions are well laid out. Something that's always kind of irritated me is there's always one dot that's different. And it's totally fine as long as you cover it up or if you want it there, but it always bothers me. So that's me just being me. Alrighty, step 2. Looks like we're going to need some of these parts as well. Nice cannonball. A nice, what I call gray flowers. It's not quite a flower, but similar to those. Those are really nice. These are specialty bricks, which are pretty cool. These are a little different than your standard Lego. I'm always curious to know if Lego owns the copyright to certain shapes. So figure out how comparable this is to Lego is when we put everything together, if we have leftover parts. That's how I tell. So, alrighty. Looks like I already messed something up. You guys leave me in the comments below some of your favorite Lego sets. If y'all like this, let me know so I can make more. My Star Wars Advent Calendar, which was a Lego set, was real popular. So if you guys like that, I can do a lot more of these. I don't know if my skills have gotten worse or if these don't just lock in as well. I used to do a lot of this one-handed. Oh, looks fine. I'm just not as skilled as I used to be. Alright, so something a lot of people I know aren't fans of are off-brand Legos. They're like, only want Lego brand, but I'm agnostic when it comes to the quality of those brand agnostic. So whatever y'all prefer. So I will say this: it is not easy for me to put all these things together. And trying to record it all makes it even harder. If y'all have any suggestions on how I can record these better. Another thing I noticed is the inside of these look a little different than Legos. I know that can affect the Lego hacks and stuff, because a lot of people will use the insides of a Lego. So a couple things are, as you can see, some seams. Don't know how well it shows up on here, but there are seams, so there are a few little things that are different as opposed to a standard Lego. I'm just going to start this whole thing over. Alrighty, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. I need to figure out how I can let you guys see this better, so y'all can make fun of me in the comments about how I'm doing things wrong. Okie dokie. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these big bricks, which is gonna line up fine. We're gonna turn this upside down. I always miss little tiny things like that to tell me to turn things upside down. Can't tell you how many times I've had to go back and redo my stuff because I did it wrong. Alright. That looks like it goes there. And I don't know if it's just me, but it does not feel like they fit quite as tight. So, critical review, but overall I'm still optimistic. So, I've never heard of ZURU Max. So, let's see what this is going to get us. So, fun fact, one time I called up Lego and I asked them if, because I always seem to get random pieces left behind, and I assumed, somebody had screwed up. So, called them one time, worried some little boy wasn't going to get the toy that he wanted, or all of his pieces, and they said no, they throw those random items, like I got a lightsaber one time, and something odd, and they said it was an inventory thing. That's how they ensured that they got all the parts in there they needed. So anyways, makes me feel good. I have a lot of respect for companies that will ensure their stuff is high quality. So, alrighty, it looks like I'm going there. These are pretty cool. They're just vertical, and they have little ribbed features. So, I've seen some that go the other way in some sort of thing. I don't know if it was Lego brand or a different brand, but it's really cool. I like those. Feels nice. Alrighty, we're on to step 5 now. Pretty easy so far. Something I always did as a kid whenever I'd play Legos is I'd always try to find a way to work the extra parts I got into the set. It was always fun for me. So, anyways. So my buddy's recently done some really cool custom Lego stuff, and if you ever... Alright, so this seems like the first issue I'm having is these things don't seem to lock in as well. They probably have a tighter tolerance whenever they make these things. It does not easily fit in like Lego, so not a bad thing, but ever so slightly less. So just trying to compare Legos to the off-brand. By the way, I'm that guy that always puts these things on before he's supposed to, and then I regret it. So these have two different sides, which is pretty cool. I don't know which side I was supposed to use, but I'm sure I'm doing it the wrong way. So that, as you can see, is the way they want it to do. I'm going to do it that way because I want the little rivety looking things. I don't know. Can't decide which one I like more. But I do love the fact that they give me choices. I always like to customize my thing and make them a little special. So I don't understand, and maybe somebody can explain to me why Legos and their off-brands, they always make the tires go dead last. Because I like to put the tires on as soon as I can. Tires also have writing, which is pretty cool. Different writing on both sides. This one just says Max, which I'm sure is the official one, but I like the numbers and the letters. So, doing it that way. Alright, I'm going to go back and set this off aside, see if I've done it right so far. And I've screwed something up already. But that's cool, that's cool. So, should not have put one of these in there. Okay, so this goes here. Alright. Looking better already. I probably have messed this up somewhat. I'm always impressed at how I can do something completely wrong and then come back much later and have to get it fixed. But I'm always impressed at how far I can make it doing something completely wrong. So, alrighty. Yeah. So, all in all, I would say that these don't lock in quite as well as far as like standing on their own. Not bad, but not good. So, I've pushed these down a couple times and had other pieces fall off. So, maybe that's the reason why they don't have you do these tires till the very end, but all the more reason for me to do them at the halfway point so that I don't keep messing things up. So. Alrighty, we've got our base done. It's time to turn this around. We need some of these little guys. So this shows that we need 3 of these, and it looks like I have 5. So they do give you extras, so good deal. Alrighty. Maybe they're worried this will drive away if you don't get it locked down. Who knows? We'll go back to moving this up. Another thing, I never liked putting stickers on there because I wanted to tear them apart after I was done building them and make it into my own custom thing. Also, I was really bad at putting stickers on straight. I'm still bad at putting stickers on straight, but now I have an excuse. Alrighty. These little guys. So these little guys have little features on here, which is pretty cool. So I'm a huge fan of custom bricks. So anytime I see a brick that's out of the ordinary, I always want to want one of those. So I'll fit it in nice and well. Alright, looks like this is the bumper. It's a really cool bumper. Alrighty. Growing up, we didn't have Legos with a lot of color. I had more of the older stuff, and as an adult, we obviously got more and more, but I always think back that brown and some of the other colors were special. I know they've had them for quite some time. I'll say the only thing that I've really noticed bad about this is that it does not seem to lock in quite as well as the standard one. So that would be the sticker that would go right there. I wonder if these are the peely sticky or if they're the like the ones that depend on static cling or what. So I've learned a trick to putting Lego stickers on. A lot of times, if you can build the part, it looks pretty well. Alrighty, so if you use something like that, put one of these and another thing to board them, slide them down, it makes it stick a lot easier. Just a couple little tricks like that. Alrighty, what are the next thing we gotta do? We gotta lock this in, so. Alrighty, we're moving this along. Got one of these. So, oh, these are cool, the little safety cones. Alright, need to get one of these. And I always call those vents or grates. They look slightly different than the Lego version. So that's cool. Make a couple of those. One on each side. So if you notice, those line up really well, which is pretty cool. I was curious if that was gonna be offset or equal. It's pretty nice. Alrighty, I'll get us one of these. Those always remind me of those Duplos. Don't know if other sets have these, but it's new to me. And this is going to go right in the middle. So those have a couple things. Is instead of them being circles, they're hexes, which I'll be curious to know how you can work around them. Alrighty. I don't think that belonged on that. Alrighty. We'll put another safety cone. And what I call gray flowers. Once again, these are slightly different than the standard ones that you get in the actual Lego. So, thinking this is a pretty nice set. I'm pretty impressed with it, pretty happy. I'm not sure if I did this right, but I'm going to keep going like I did. And so it's just there. That goes there. Two more of these. Alrighty. The little lights on the top. I don't know if they're called sirens or not. So, came with an extra wheel, which is always odd. A couple extra ones of these. Looks like I got it all, and it looks like I have quite a few leftover pieces. So, oh, wait a second. This is not an extra. This one goes right there. Alright, now I just need to put on some stickers. So, I always go through and look at them and realize I've screwed up quite a bit, which is fine and dandy with me. So, we definitely use these. Got those will be extra. That's extra. Looks like I got an extra cannonball. Got an extra vent. How many vents did they say we were supposed to have? 2? Yep, I have 3. Got an extra gray thing. So I'm going to try to figure out where I can work to put these on. Alrighty. First off, I'm out of... What do I got? Got 2 of these extras, so I'm going to stick those back here. I think that looks a little nicer. This thing comes off quite a bit. My only complaint, and maybe I can adjust this to work better. Let me try something. Maybe that's supposed to go there. Maybe that's the reason why I was having so much trouble with them falling apart, is because I didn't line these up right. That would actually make sense, because that would give you more structure. Yeah, so if you look right here, the gray and the brown are offsets or lined up equally. I went through and offset them a little bit, gave them a little more strength in there so it moves around. The downside is the wheels are a little closer together, but I think it's a little structurally sound. So compensate, I'm going to move this one back just a little bit. That looks a little funny. A little too flat-nosed. So, but anyways, this is designed to go there further, but it makes the middle of the thing a little different. So, if you have a kid who's going to be playing with it, the structural integrity is compromised right here. Lego brand would have probably made a thin 2, 4, 6, 8 thing that goes down the middle to help make it a little more offset, but all in all, it's not too bad of a difference. It's a little bit squatty, but you notice that's the way it truthfully should be, with a decent amount of little gap there. My adjustment brought in a little closer just to strengthen this seam. Seems to work pretty good in that way. Alrighty. I always like to do a little bit of improvements on the thing. I got this left over, so trying to think how I can make that look nice. I'll just stick that extra vent there. Put some cones here. I'm not exactly going for realism or anything. Alright, we got an extra cannonball. We got an extra that. So I'm going to put that as the base. That as the top. And I'm going to use that. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Make it kind of like a smokestack or something. Maybe. And these are definitely tighter. Makes it a lot more difficult. And one of those parts just went flying. So, all in all, it's quite enjoyable. Much cheaper than a standard Lego set. The downside is the build quality isn't quite as well done. So, Mom, if you're watching, Legos are better than this brand. So you're right. Always happy to be wrong about that to my Lego fanatics. But I love the custom bricks. I love being able to make these things a little more creative. So, and I'll put that spare back there, and I've used all the extra parts. So, putting that down as a win. So, I always wonder if the people that give the extra parts give specific ones for things like this, because there's the flat, or the spare for when you get a flat. I adjusted that, turned it into a smokestack. Guess I just do this right here. It's good enough. I also could probably find a way to turn this into an exhaust. So, there's a 30-minute thing, which I'm sure most people could have probably done in like 8 or 9 minutes. But just wanted to show you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the one we have. So, they're not truly blind bags. You can kind of tell. So there's 2 red, 2 blue, and 2 green of everything as far as I can tell. So I saw the dump truck, and I think this one is a jet or fire truck. This one should be like the off-road vehicle. So anyways, so I got a blue, I got 2 greens, 1 blue, 1 red. So I got 4 of them. Just thought I'd kind of try these out. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do some more reviews. Like I said, we got some more back there. You guys have a great one.